Hi, this is going to be my first video in English. I decided that I also want to start making content in English so I can have videos in Spanish and also in English. Yesterday, I recorded this same video in Spanish and it's already up on my channel. Today, we're gonna talk about the most important trends in fashion history. Then I'm going to make a separate video about the fashion of the last century because I want to have like a specific video for it, especially talking about all the decades and all the historical events that made all the trends happen. In fashion history, we can observe the variety of changes, cultural, social, and economic, that shaped the trends. I think it's very important to know like all the trends in history and also all the historical events that caused them, because even to this day we can still see these trends being reinvented constantly. As someone that works or has a very big interest in fashion, you have to know about this. So we're first going to talk about the Roman Empire, Greece, and Egypt. And here we can start to see like the most iconic looks that we can associate with them are the draped garments, especially in ancient Rome and Greece. They were mainly used the toga and the chiton. These designs were especially used to emphasize elegance and the simplicity. In these times, there wasn't no polyester, no synthetic fibers, it was all natural. There wasn't also a lot of options to dye the fabrics different colors, so they would rely more on shape and like creating volume through draping to make it interesting. Even to this day, and even when I was studying fashion design, we use draping a lot. It's a very good technique for when you're designing, especially like dresses we see on haute couture runway shows. And Egypt, I think the Egyptian influence to this day, it's still very prevalent. They mostly use linen as their main fabric. They also popularized the gold accessories. And one of the most important influences in makeup is the Cool A makeup. So second part is gonna be about the medieval times and the Renaissance. In this era, we can see the sumptuary laws. These laws were created to dictate who could use certain fabrics in certain colors, because fabric started being an indicator in social status. This is also the time where purple became the color of the royalty. And here we have the creation of my favorite garment, which is the corset, which is what I'm specializing in, and the structured silhouettes. Especially during the Renaissance, tailoring became more elaborate. So dealing with all that fabric and wanting to create a certain design and a certain shape, there was the necessity of the corset, and that's how it was created. This is also the creation of the hourglass figure that we still see to this day. The Renaissance fashion was especially rich in fabrics such as velvet and silk, and these ones were also adorned with embroidery. With this third part, we reached the Rococo and the French Revolution. This period of time, it's marked by the excessive ornamentation you can see in the different garments, especially in the dresses. There was a lot of volume going on and a lot of lace and a lot of ribbons. And this was especially used by the French aristocracy. At the end of this period of time, we have the French Revolution, which was basically the fall of the monarchy, and it led to a more simple fashion. A signature look that was born from this era was the empire waist. And now in this part 4, we reach my favorite era, which is the Victorian era. In this time especially, there was the use of the crinoline and the bustles. We come from the style before the Rococo, which was like very voluminous skirts. And in this time, there was the need for a special structure to hold them, so that's how the crinoline was born. They could be up to 2 meters in diameter. This style evolved, and then the bustle was created. It just added volume to the rear part. It created these silhouettes that are very characteristic of the time. With this time, we can also find the creation of the sewing machine, which is my favorite machine, with the Industrial Revolution. This led to the possibility of the mass production of fabrics and clothing, and it made them more accessible to the middle class. And with this, we're gonna end today's video. As I said in the beginning, there's going to be a specific video about fashion from the last century, so that's going to be the continuation of this one. And I'm also going to make like more detailed videos for every period of time that I talked in this video. This is just like a general vision of them. If you don't want to miss out on those videos, I would say subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm starting to work on bringing more content in English. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. Any questions, anything that you want to share with me, you can leave it in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.